So we're here for the Wadi Ibex Ultra Series 51. Early September, still feels like summertime. We set off at 5, had about 15 minutes, starting off mostly in the dark, and gradually over the last hour, the sun's come up, everything's brightened up, and now we have this beautiful golden colours with an angry sun peeking out behind the clouds from time to time. So the race consists of 2 loops of Wadi Degla. A north loop where we head out on the North Plateau and then back down through the Wadi itself. Then a south loop where we head back up to the same visitor centre but from the south side and back down through the Wadi again. Interesting story, this North Plateau, also a firing range for the army. So if any race directors out there were thinking, hey, how can I incentivise all my runners? How can I make sure they take the first part really seriously? Have a go through a firing range that kicks off a little bit later than the start time. So it's coming up on 6:30. We're still on the North Plateau. I've kind of left more of the technical single track stuff behind, and it's starting to widen out now, flatten out a little bit, and just be a little bit more like something that deserves the name Plateau. So from here on out, it's a push to the visitor centre and the first aid station. So you should just be able to make out the outline of the visitor centre as the first aid station of the journey. Oh, I was feeling really good until that staircase.
Ice water.
So races like this, they're as much a mental game as a physical one, which is kind of good because I'm physically short a little bit. So on the way to the visitor centre and the first aid station, like every time we come around a corner, I'd know that we're in the right kind of area. Like, ooh, should be just around here. Should be just around here. Obviously, it wasn't. For a good 5 or 6 corners, as I just got a little bit demoralised. Heading back now through the canyon the first time, I can already see the second dam. It's 2 dams in the Wadi that stand out and kind of give you an idea of where you are and how far you got to go. And it's just been a real mental boost to see that the second dam's just there, which means I'm already that far through. Folks doing the relay course, running up the uphills. So there's a bit where it becomes almost like a maths problem. It's a 51 kilometer race, 2 loops. I am 22 kilometers in. It's been 3 hours and 23 minutes. I need to stop and eat at the halfway point. It's a little over halfway in distance, but it's the middle of the 2 loops. Second loop's a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit less technical, but it's still another second big massive loop. Challenge comes that if I don't make it to the end of this loop and get turned around in time to set off, I'm not going to make it in time to do the next loop. I can see the sign there. The sign says 5 kilometers to the midpoint. It's going to be tight. We'll see how long this next 5 takes me, because we have to start making a decision about setting off on the next loop, because the last thing you want to do on something that's not a massive event, something that's just like a club doing a really amazing job where the safety vehicles are people's own cars, is put yourself in a position where someone's going to have to come and get you. You just don't want to do that to your friends. All right. 5 kilometers to the gate. So Wadi Ibex has this mission and vision, kind of promote trail running in Egypt, and to put Egypt in the top 5 trail running destinations in the world. And when you get to be out in places like this, you can kind of see why it'd be worth it to draw in a bigger crowd, to get it more on the radar, and to have more people know the possibilities of what you can do. I wouldn't have guessed before moving this is the kind of scenery that we'd have. It's like our local spot, and this is somewhere that I would have spent like 100 or so hours last winter. Yeah, I think it's got a good chance. Top 5 trail running destinations in the world. It's a good mission. So we're on the final push to the gate, that second aid station, and gym.
You okay? How's it doing? You got this. Come on, come on. This way.
Oh, that.
How are you doing?
I apologise now for how I smell.
That's alright.